USC lost JuJu Watkins for the rest of the tournament due to a knee injury, looks like a torn ACL. And this is when the sport loses. There are times when there's injuries, but then there's injuries that hurt the entire sport.
It's a grim moment for college basketball. Charles Smith USC star JuJu Watkins, one of the biggest young stars in the game, is out after suffering a torn ACL. What does this mean for her future? How long until she makes a comeback? And are there examples of WNBA stars who've successfully returned from a similar injury? Let's break it all down. Just a few minutes into USC's NCAA tournament matchup against Mississippi State, Watkins' season ended with a devastating thud. On a routine drive to the hoop, her knee buckled and she collapsed in obvious pain. Minutes later, the news everyone dreaded hearing was confirmed. A torn ACL using video or stills described the moment of injury. Display responses from teammates, fans, and analysts add quotes from USC's statement. So how long will JuJu Watkins be out? It usually takes between 9 and 12 months to recover from an ACL. Some cases may take longer, particularly when there's extra damage. For Watkins, that could mean returning between January and March in 2026, and depending on the timeline of her rehab, she may miss all of the 2026 season. What makes the ACL recovery unique for basketball players? Talk about the emotional and physical challenges of rehab ship focused on the area with experts or quotes from sports doctors. Though Watkins ruled college basketball, she wasn't eligible for the 2025 WNBA draft. WNBA rules say players must be at least 22 to be considered for the draft, or need to be graduating 3 months after the draft. That means Watkins will be sticking around USC until at least the 2027 draft. What are the WNBA's draft eligibility rules? Talk about whether the injury could affect her future draft position. Assuming a nice rebound to keep her worth, speculate. Though a torn ACL is devastating, it's not the end of the road. Some of the biggest names in women's basketball have experienced the same setback and come back in stunning form. Candace Parker injured her ACL in high school, hit the road to recovery, became a WNBA legend. Sue Bird tore ACL freshman year at UConn, then went on to become one of the all-time great point guards in WNBA history. Skylar Diggins-Smith battled an ACL tear to return to elite form. Cameron Brink, still recovering from rookie season ACL tear, seeking return for 2025 WNBA season. These stories will show you not only that recovery is possible, so often it's just the beginning of one powerful comeback journey. Watkins' focus will be rehabilitation and recovery for the time being. Certainly the court will feel a void in her absence, but the world of basketball understands this obstacle does not decide a career. Knowing the resilience she has shown thus far, rest assured she will come back stronger than ever. Invite viewers to comment their support for Watkins' available updates on her recovery journey. The emotional impact of an ACL tear isn't purely physical. For people like JuJu Watkins, basketball is not just a game, it's a lifelong passion. This is a devastating moment, especially following a season in which she established herself as one of the most electric players in college basketball. Have students analyze clips of JuJu Watkins' signature moments from the season. Add quotes from USC coaches, teammates, and fans. If you can, find social media reactions and hear thoughts from the basketball community. And as gut-wrenching as this moment is, Watkins has the support of her team and fans and many athletes who know that all too well, it's what you do next that matters. What are the ramifications of Watkins' absence for USC? A lot of their offense was centered around her scoring ability, her leadership, and her presence on the court, and it's difficult to replace that over, the course of the season. Having a player of her caliber, and we're all gonna feel that absence. It's a huge absence, and it leaves a huge hole. Study USC's current roster and potential lineup rotations. Discuss other key players who could step up in her absence. Speculate on USC's tournament hopes without their star player. The pressure is now.
Hey, the chippier they, or the more extra they get, the more clean we need to be. And so I think you saw it in the right ways. I think they rallied for one another. I think they felt, some kind of way about Ju not being in there with them, but we rallied in a way of just getting tougher and clean.
But even without Watkins, this team still has the talent to compete. While every ACL injury is different, the comebacks we've seen in women's basketball provide a roadmap for Watkins. Athletes like Candace Parker and Skylar Diggins-Smith not only returned to play, they dominated. Their recoveries involved intensive rehab, patience, and resilience. Explain the typical rehabilitation process for an ACL tear. Showcase footage of past recovery stories, emphasizing the perseverance required. Discuss how advancements in sports medicine have improved recovery outcomes. JuJu Watkins will have access to the best medical professionals, trainers, and support system. And knowing her competitive spirit, she'll likely attack this challenge the same way she approaches every game. Even though her WNBA debut is delayed, Watkins remains a future top pick. Her scoring, playmaking, and court vision have already drawn comparisons to legends like Diana Taurasi and Maya Moore. WNBA teams will undoubtedly be keeping a close eye on her rehab progress. Analyze her draft prospects and how her injury might or might not impact her future selection. Discuss the possibility of teams taking a calculated risk, similar to past injured draftees. Speculate on which teams could benefit from drafting a healthy Watkins in 2027. Remember, talent like Watkins doesn't come around often. If she returns at full strength, she could easily reclaim her spot as the face of women's basketball. Injuries are part of the game, but so are comebacks. JuJu Watkins has already inspired fans with her electrifying play, and now her recovery journey could be another testament to her strength and resilience. Ask viewers, do you think JuJu Watkins can return stronger than ever? Which past comeback story inspired you the most? Encourage comments, discussions, and predictions on her recovery timeline. It's often said that recovering from an ACL tear is just as much a mental challenge as a physical one. For athletes like JuJu Watkins, who thrive on competition, the hardest part can be the mental toll of being sidelined. Discuss the psychological aspects of injury recovery. Include insights from sports psychologists or past athletes who have spoken about their experiences. Emphasize the importance of a strong support system, from family and friends to medical staff and mental health professionals. But JuJu's resilience has been evident throughout her career. From dominating high school basketball to becoming a college standout, she's faced challenges head on. This injury may just be another chapter in her comeback story. The good news? Advances in sports medicine and physical therapy mean athletes today often return stronger and more confident. Procedures like ACL reconstruction have become more precise, and rehab programs are tailored to get players back to peak performance. Showcase medical advancements in ACL treatment. Include footage or animations explaining the surgery and recovery process. Mention examples of players who use cutting-edge technology for their recovery, like Cameron Brink or Klay Thompson in the NBA. Studies show that many athletes return to pre-injury performance levels within a year. With the right rehab plan, JuJu Watkins could follow a similar path. Since news of Watkins' injury broke, support has flooded in from across the basketball community. Fellow players, coaches, and fans have shared heartfelt messages, showing just how much impact she's already made on the sport. Highlight notable messages from WNBA and NCAA stars. Include any statements from her USC teammates or coaching staff. Feature social media reactions and trending hashtags like #GetWellSoonJuJu. The basketball world is rallying behind JuJu, and that support will be a driving force during her recovery. While Watkins' injury is a setback, it also shines a light on how far women's basketball has come. Fans genuinely care about players like JuJu Watkins, a testament to the growing popularity of the sport. Provide recent viewership statistics and growth comparisons for the WNBA and NCAA. Discuss how rising stars like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and JuJu Watkins are elevating the game's profile. Speculate on the continued growth of the sport by the time Watkins returns. By the time she steps back onto the court, the spotlight on women's basketball will be even brighter. Segment 15, Final Words. Looking ahead for JuJu Watkins. No injury defines an athlete. JuJu Watkins' story is far from over. With the determination she's shown throughout her career, there's no doubt she'll return stronger. Whether it's in a USC jersey or eventually in the WNBA, her best moments are still ahead. Reiterate her incredible achievements so far. Emphasize the importance of patience and perseverance during recovery. So what does the road to recovery actually look like for JuJu Watkins? Let's break it down step by step. Phase 1. Immediate post-surgery. Weeks 1 to 4. Focus on reducing swelling and regaining range of motion. Watkins will likely wear a brace and use crutches initially. Physical therapy will begin almost immediately with light exercises. The goal here is simple. Reduce pain, prevent stiffness, and begin gentle movement to maintain muscle tone. Phase 2. Strength and stability training, weeks 5 to 12. As swelling subsides, strength training becomes the priority. Exercises will target quadriceps, hamstrings, and surrounding muscles. Balance and coordination drills are introduced. This phase is crucial to ensure Watkins builds the strength needed to protect her knee when she returns to play. Phase 3. Sport-specific training, months 3 to 6. Controlled movements, agility drills, and light basketball activities resume. Watkins may begin shooting, dribbling, and non-contact basketball drills. Monitoring for any setbacks or discomfort is key. This stage marks a major psychological boost for athletes. Touching the ball again fuels their confidence. Phase 4. Return to contact and gameplay, months 7 to 12. Full contact practice and scrimmages gradually return. Strength and conditioning continue to ensure durability. Coaches and trainers monitor closely to assess readiness. While some athletes rush back, the key for long-term success is patience. JuJu's timeline will prioritize long-term strength over quick results. A torn ACL might shake some draft boards, but elite talents like JuJu Watkins often remain top picks despite injuries. The question is, how much will this setback impact her future WNBA draft stock? Refer to past cases where injured players maintained or improved their draft positions. Highlight how scouts evaluate players post-injury. Discuss Watkins' proven versatility and on-court IQ as factors that keep her draft value high. With her undeniable talent, basketball IQ, and determination, Watkins' name will still be one of the most anticipated when the 2027 WNBA draft arrives. While JuJu Watkins may be sidelined, her earning potential isn't. Thanks to NIL, name, image, and likeness deals, she'll continue to grow her brand even without stepping onto the court. Discuss her existing partnerships and endorsement deals. Speculate on potential new endorsements during her recovery. Highlight how other injured athletes have leveraged their NIL presence. From signing with major brands to inspiring young fans through her story, Watkins' influence isn't going anywhere. Injuries often force athletes to slow down and reflect. Many return with not only a stronger body, but a sharper mind and deeper appreciation for the game. Discuss how time off can benefit Watkins' understanding of basketball through film study and analysis. Mention how she can mentor younger teammates or contribute as a leader from the sidelines. Share quotes from past players about how injuries shaped their perspectives. This downtime could provide JuJu Watkins with invaluable lessons that make her an even more dominant force upon her return. Basketball fans are a passionate community, and the outpouring of love and support for Watkins has been nothing short of inspiring. Display heartfelt social media posts from fans, teammates, and coaches. Highlight artwork, videos, or tributes created in support of Watkins. Encourage viewers to leave their own messages of support in the comments. Moments like these remind us how powerful the basketball community is. It's about more than just the game. So what can we expect moving forward? Updates on Watkins' surgery, rehab milestones, and eventual return will be closely followed. Mention any upcoming press conferences or official statements from USC. Encourage viewers to subscribe for updates on her progress. Tease future content on WNBA stars, college basketball prospects, and inspiring comeback stories. We'll be here every step of the way, celebrating JuJu's milestones and breaking down what it all means for the future of women's basketball.